Hey guys, welcome to another video. If you're new here, my name is Travis, and today we are out here at the base of Mount Lemmon because I found this 49 Ford, what they call a shoebox car, that hasn't ran, I would say, since the mid to early 80s, so a good 30-40 years this hasn't run. I don't have an exact date, but I just know that the gentleman that has this car saw it down in Benson since the 80s at a junkyard, and it didn't run in the 80s, and when they cleared out the junkyard, he bought it and he's had it for 20 some odd years. So we're gonna say 30-40 years. And my dad is around here somewhere. He's over there talking to the gentleman that owns the car. Let's take a walk around this thing real quick, see what we got, and we'll dig into it and see if it will run. I believe this probably would have been the 239 cubic inch flathead, but this is a very untouched, unmolested car. It's got its original radiator, oil bath air cleaner. It looks like it's got a 6-volt generator. Still has a 6-volt battery because you can see the 3 caps instead of 6 up top. Got our 6-volt coil. We got distributor, plug wires. Oh, plug wires don't seem to be 8. They're hard as a brick bat, but they're all there. Look, they're in the original holders. Look at that. That's really cool. Got our canister type oil filter. Let's see if we got oil. Yeah, it's up to the full, and it's looks like it's brand new. Look at that. It's not dark whatsoever. Got these old belts on it. I don't see the crank moving. But look at the grill and the bumper. It's all there. It's got its headlight rings, headlights. Every piece up here, the little bumperettes and the centerpiece, it says 8. So you know it's a V8. They wanted to advertise that proudly. It's on blocks. Got our gas tank back here. I do smell some gas in there. Don't know if there's anything in there though. And then coming around to the back, it's got bumper, it's got its trunk latch. Oh yeah, look at that. AZ77 was the last time it was registered. So how long is that? 48 years? Hasn't ran in 48 years. Almost 50. Oh, look at that. A lot of mouse house. No spare. Whew. Ooh, whoopsies. Still got his tail light lenses. Wow, those are always busted out. Can't look at the color. I can't believe. Are those glass? The only way those would have color if those were actually glass and not plastic. The sun beats the living daylights out of plastic here. Those would be totally whitewashed. Look at that. It's the original glass. Ford glass. Safety Ford glass. That's really cool. I love seeing that type of stuff. Let's go over to the other side, see if we can open it from the driver's side. Inside we have more completage. Got a horn. Oh, the steering wheel won't turn because I think the hub is on, yeah, it's on a brick, so that won't turn. Look at these old Bakelite knobs. Just kind of like coming apart in your hands. It's a manual brake gas, dimmer switch. Oh, the master cylinder down there. No power brakes. Look at that, all the knobs, everything. Ooh, it came with a radio and a clock. They spared no expense. Those were extra back in the day. Old tube radios. Look at the look at how it says Magic Air. I love the names they had for stuff back then, like Hydromatic, Magic Air. Yeah. There's a string in here that wraps around here and then wraps around the selector. and it gets froze, so the string doesn't have enough tension to pull the selector. Nope. Check that out. You can see the remnants of an old service station sticker right there. I know that's a service station sticker because I have a few cars that have one. You can still read it, but you see the paper. They would have said, serviced at this mileage, come back again. What was that old saying for Texaco? Trust the man with the star or something like that? Here's another one. All right, so before we can move forward at all, let's get down here on the crank, see if we can turn it. And if it doesn't turn over, we're gonna have to pop the plugs, put stuff in it, and you know, we might have to even come back. All right. Oh. Cool.
Special delivery.
Right up to it.
Go up a little higher and get one more click out of it. Okay. We'll lift that side up.
Right.
You know, what my thing is unfortunately I still don't see an access hole for the getting to the starter teeth. Nope, there's no good access hole. Maybe we can give it a little tug. I'll go see.
Oh no.
You didn't bring your cylinder thing with you
To look down the cylinders?
Yeah.
Yeah, I brought it. Whew, it's locked.
Ooh, that thing locked.
That's bad. I got a funnel. I'll get the funnel and the concoction.
Oh, they're loose.
They're loose?
Yeah. Well, that one was. Yeah,
Ah, it was burning good on that one. And some rust in that one.
is there?
A little bit.
I mean, there's a little bit on the last one.
Yeah, I mean, they don't look that bad.
We can always come back.
If we got more left. Get crazy.
It must be full.
Sure we got enough.
You want to go back and finish off the rest?
Yeah. That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
It's full.
All right.
Yeah, that one's full.
I didn't even notice this hood wasn't attached to anything. Let's
we'll
just
set it over here in rocks or over there. Where you want to set it over?
maybe
Yeah.
the
Let's
trailer.
sit on that trailer.
Shed some light on this situation.
Well, there sure ain't no good place to pry.
Yeah.
And that's what we're good at,
Yeah.
prying.
Okay, so obviously we've let this thing sit for 3 weeks with acetone, diesel, and Marvel in it, and it's not budging at all. So our last Hail Mary for this is Kent's got some tires and rims we're going to put on it. We'll set it on the ground on all fours, and then we'll get the Cummins around here with a chain, and we'll try and drag it and let the clutch out and see if it knocks that motor loose. And if not, there's not much you can do other than start pulling the engine apart, and we can't do that here. I mean, look, you know, right in the middle of the desert, you know, we need a shop. Clutch works? Yeah. Okay. It is? Yeah. All right. You gonna cross-thread it?
Yep. That's another smart thing I'm gonna do today.
All right, I'm letting it down.
All right, no brick. Bricks are off. So now,
Can you get that tire on? I can get this tire on.
are you serious?
I'm gonna try and jack it up some more. Cool. I can let it down now. Here. Boy, this thing looks good on all fours. White walls and everything, huh? That's nice. Looks good. Golly. Yeah.
Don't forget, you can use your clutch. Use your clutch as a brake.
All right.
You let in, and it's obviously going to be a brake.
So I can put my arm out the window. Oh. Oh. All right, popping it. We're dragging it. popping it. We're dragging it. Switch gears. Oh, I think it went. I think it went. I saw a bunch of stuff pop out. I think it went.
What?
I think it went.
Think?
Yeah, look. It popped a bunch of stuff on the...
Let's just drive it around, let it sit there and spin.
Okay. So finally, after it freed up, we drug it around in a circle a few more times in gear just to let that motor turn, try and get those rings freed up, get everything moving, and maybe we'll even have some compression. Because the thing about these old motors is the more they turn, the more they come back around. Is it the right sides?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, it fits too.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Now we can actually crank it and see if we have
wait a
compression. What? What? What's the big deal?
Is this car positive ground?
Uh,
I mean, it ain't gonna matter on the starter or what we're doing. We just got to make sure there's nothing hooked up to the car.
I'll have to look it up. I don't know.
So
Dad's hooking up the battery right now, and these cars were originally 6-volt positive ground. So we're 12-volt battery. We have a 12-volt solenoid.
yeah, I think that's the best thing to do, and then we don't got to worry about messing anything up in the electrical.
We'll just bypass. I wonder if there's any oil in this thing. Nope.
That's gonna have to come off there anyway if we get it.
I don't understand what is the problem here. Oh, there it is. Ooh-wee. It freed up. Can you believe it? And the lube I'm using is CRC Power Lube.
You were kind enough to send it to us.
Yeah. CRC was kind enough to send us their Power Lube, and they also sent us some brake clean and evapor rust, but we use CRC products. Anyway, I've had a can of CRC brake clean in my hand since I was 9 years old. So yeah, thank you CRC for sending us some of the product, because it's good stuff. You can get it at any store in the United States. Very universal.
Right there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it freed it up. It's nice. Back and forth. Battery's hooked up, solenoid's hooked up. Let's see if we get anything. Which one is it? S.
Should say S.
For start. All right. Nice. Okay.
All right. Let me see if she's got compression. Go ahead.
It had it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah? Oh, cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to try these ones. Yep. It's got it. I don't know exactly how much, but it's got compression. Wow. Dude, that's big. That's a huge win. So the order of business now is to pop this 6-volt coil off, put the 12-volt coil on, and actually, while we're doing it, I'm going to pop that distributor cap off. Look at that. Probably have to sand the points.
There was one spark plug that had a little bit of rust on it.
Really?
Just one. I mean, just a little bit, not much.
Got that bad boy hooked up. Pop this cap off real quick. Yeah, it doesn't look bad in there. Give these points a little bit of loving. Look at that. It's free, like the Advance is free. Tighten these plugs up and then we'll put power to the points and see if they're clickety-clacking. Yeah, I saw it spark on the battery. Yeah.
Crank it over and see if we got.
Crank it over and
Ready?
wait. Yeah. Yo,
Man,
yeah.
That thing is popping.
It's popping.
Let's not leave it hooked up.
Sand off the roller.
That cap looks beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's been setting since the 70s, 71. Oh,
Well, the plate said 77.
Yeah, it's been setting for 45 years, 45 years, 50 years.
So now I'm going to unhook this fuel line that goes to the fuel pump so that if it does pump, it's not going to pump anything from the tank. And we'll unhook it here, and then we'll put our own line on it and a tank, and we got an electric fuel pump we can use. Alright, so that's unhooked.
Here.
Get
it?
Yeah. If it does run, we want to run it. It's good to run them as long as you can if they'll run, so let's fill it with water.
Sure, it's going to be coming out them water pumps.
Let's do another one.
Look at that.
I heard it. Yeah, I heard it.
Make sure it ain't flooding over. More? Yeah. We're just going to keep going till we're all the way over the top.
Accelerator pump is kind of doing a little bit, but not a whole lot. Did you put more water in it?
Yeah.
Is it full?
Yeah, it's got water, but I'm...
Yeah. Okay. Hook that fuel pump up. Oh, look at all that smoke.
Shut it off. You got to shut it off. The water pumps aren't turning.
Oh, they're not?
No.
Both of them weren't?
The generator's not even turning.
It wasn't?
No.
This right here was not turning.
No, it's burnt. The water pumps are locked.
Oh, alright, let's try and unlock them. The generator's free, and we got that water pump free, but this one is locked up, and it's just not coming loose. So we decided to just take the belt off, but the fan belt is still on, so we're going to have some cooling ability.
We're going to depend on vexing.
Yeah, which is just heat. Water, it'll heat up, unless there's thermostats in there.
Yeah, there probably is.
But if there wasn't, then it would just cycle. The heat rises and it pushes to the top, whatever. But if there's thermostats in it, we're not going to run it that long anyway, but we're going to turn it up again, run it, and then we're going to try and drive it. Wow. Listen to that thing. Listen to how good it runs. That's amazing. Wow. All right, you want to try it?
Get that idle down. It's idling too high.
Look at that. After 48 years. Wow, that's nothing short of amazing, huh? Hey! Should probably take it back to where it... Yeah. There's water everywhere. It's coming out the radiator and everything else.
Yeah. Because if you want me to, I'll go ahead and drive it back over where it was.
Yeah. Well, hell, water's right there. Whoa! I didn't touch that very long.
Is it hot?
Woo-hoo! Yeah.
You didn't have to look at that but for a second,
No,
did you?
you got plenty of water there.
Oh, gears are working.
Wow. Parking it back where we got it. Oh, gotta catch up. Boy, he's moving. Woo! Oh, door came open. Oh.
Yeah, sweet.
Ooh, there she is.
Man, this car runs good.
I'm very impressed with how that thing runs.
Hey, I forgot to tell you, gentlemen. Thank you.
So it runs and drives after 48 years, which is pretty amazing. But another thing Kent has on his property is, I guess you could say, the remnants of a 47 International dually, and this could be a future will it run. This has been sitting outside for 50 years.
Well,
I mean, there's not even...
Come on, how many years did it take that to happen?
Yeah. I mean, how many decades for it to become a harp? You know, the guitar strings, and there's no more plastic on. Look at it. You can, the ends are on it. There's no rubber on the spark plug wires. So we know this is locked up. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop the plugs off, look down in the cylinders, and we got our concoction with us that we might do what we did with the 49 is pop these off, look down in them, throw our stuff down them, and maybe come back in a few more weeks. I don't know. But this one's a real will it run. This is a Jennings Motorsports special. I don't know if you guys watch Jennings Motorsports, but this is the kind of stuff that he works on. I mean, even I'm on the edge of my seat when he does videos, because I'm thinking, is that thing gonna run? He could make a potato run that's sitting out in the field for 20 years, but we're gonna see. Came out. Hey.
That one looks like poo-poo.
There we go. Ah, power lube does work. So after I got all the spark plugs out, I put the bore scope in the cylinders to see, you know, what I could see. But since it's a flathead, the way they're designed is the camera only is looking at the valves. The cylinder is kind of offset forward or to the side or whatever, so you can only really see the valves with the camera, which doesn't really tell us the whole story of what we need to know. So that one's bad, but the engine is totally locked up beyond what we can do where it sits. So we decided to head back, and we probably won't be going back to try and start that motor because it's just going to need to come apart. I mean, it's one thing if an engine is at least sitting under a hood, but sitting exposed like that for that many years, it's just going to straight up need to come apart. It's going to need a lot. So I like to show you guys like previous projects on videos and what's going on with them and if they're for sale. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. The three vehicles at hand are the two Cummins and the Cadillac. So this one that I got out of Phoenix that I did a bunch of work on, I'm reselling this one. I'm asking $85. OBO has a clean title. You guys saw all the work I did to it. This one's clean. It's rust free. It's got good tires. I put good tires on it. I put an interior in it. I put another factory interior from another truck in it. It's obviously the 12 valve Cummins, non-intercooled, 5-speed manual, runs, drives, stops, lights, charges. It's ready to rock and roll, hit the road, do whatever, haul with it, hot shot with it, use it on your ranch. I mean, whatever, it's ready. And dude, these right here, these are worth money. These visors are $300 to $500, and those cab lights, factory ones, those are another $300 to $500 if you want them, because all of those lenses have the Chrysler emblem in them. Those are the original lenses, original housings, and they all work. I love cab lights and visors. I think that is such a cool feature. Yeah, being an Arizona truck, it's really rust free. I mean, there's no rust in the floors and the fenders and the bed or anything like that. I see projects, it is crazy. I'm looking for these trucks all over the country, and a project that's rotted out. I mean, cab corners, doors, bed. People want $6 grand for a project. It's crazy. So you get a clean, nice, ready to rock and roll, road ready truck. This is the 650 horsepower Cummins build I'm doing. The engine and trans are done. All the parts needed to make 650 horsepower are on the engine: injectors, turbo, pump work, exhaust, lift pump, all that. 650 horsepower transmission I built that I did a video on that nobody watched because it was honestly, it was very in-depth, you know, it was only for the true crazy gearhead. But the transmission's ready to handle 650. I'm still looking for a body. I cannot find anything cool for sale. Everything is just either overpriced or not what I want or whatever, but still looking for a body for this. This is what I'm taking to the duct tape drags next year. So 2 reasons. I wanted to build this for myself because I've wanted to do a Cummins build, like high horsepower, since I was in high school, which was, you know, 10 years ago. And now I have the means to do it. But I also have been inspired by going to the duct tape drags in Tucson, Arizona over the last couple of years. And I want to do something that really participates. I brought an... Last year, I brought an 86 Cummins swapped Ford truck that did 26 seconds in the quarter mile. I just kind of did it as a joke, just to participate, you know. I wasn't trying to go fast or do burnouts with it, but this one right here, this one I'm coming in hot. So I'm bringing my A game next year. So the Fly and Drive 95 Cummins. Dad sold his. If you guys watched that video, I bought one, he bought one. Dad sold his. I still have mine. I haven't put it up for sale yet publicly because I'm waiting for the title to come in the mail from Michigan. So it's clean, clear title, but I'm just trying to get it in the mail. But he already had his title, so he didn't have an issue with that. But obviously, P-pump, Cummins, automatic, dually, it's kind of rotted out. This would be good for a swap. On the way back, it quit charging, so it's still, I haven't worked on it, so it still currently doesn't charge, but it runs, drives, and stops great. Engine and trans is strong as a rock, solid. Asking $5,000 for this one. So if you're interested in that one, let me know. And then this one was sold. A buddy of mine bought it, but he doesn't have the time for it, so I am reselling it. If you guys saw the videos on this, if you didn't, that's fine. This came out of New Mexico. Clean, rust-free 62 Cadrolac. Interesting patina, cool looking patina. I did a lot of good work to this car. This one's ready to rock and roll too. Starts, runs, drives. Friggin' radio works, speedometer works, temp gauge works, headlights work, all the lights work, turn signals. I can't remember if the reverse lights work, but brand new tires, brand new brakes. I rebuilt the power steering pump. I put a new radiator in it, new radiator hoses, new fuel pump, new carburetor, rebuilt that thing right there. What else did I do? I rebuilt the water pump, so the cooling system straightened out, brakes are straightened out. Mechanically, this thing's good to go. Transmission shifts. It's got power everything, power windows, power seats, power steering, power brakes, air conditioning, the works. This is a really cool car, really great look. It's not dented up, it's not beat up. Every time I see these cars, they got different colored panels from replacements, and they're not running and not driving, and they still want $6,000 for them. I'm asking $6,800 on this car. It's got every single bit of its trim, all its door handles, even got the guards right here, these little stainless guards. That it's just cool. And I got the factory hubcaps. I'll show you. Hold on. I got the factory hubcaps and the air cleaner and the carburetor that I busted that isn't rebuildable. But look at the trunk. Look at that. They always rot right there. You could just see ground all the time. It's even still got some of its original cardboard lining in it from the factory. Got all of its emblems. Just a nice car. So if you're interested in the Caddy, the 2nd gen Cummins, or the 1st gen Cummins ranch truck, haul truck, hot shot truck, whatever you want to call it, my email is right here. Let me know. Either way, I want to switch gears and work on putting up another pole sign. You guys know I like gas and oil memorabilia. I love my pole signs. I love gas pumps. I love porcelain signs. I love all the stuff surrounding cars of that era. So what I want to do is pull that 2nd gen Cummins around, because it's going to help us put that sign up. I want to paint it because this is not an original pole sign. It's modeled after a real one, but it's actually a repop that they did a really good job doing it. If it was original, I wouldn't paint it if it had any original paint on it, but since it's new and it's kind of a clean slate, I don't feel bad, and I want to paint it, and I want to make this one look nice. And then I went down to my buddy's house and had him make up me a hinge, and I welded it to the plate so that I can just fold it up, and hook a rope or a chain onto it and just back up and pull the whole thing up. I want to erect it like a little bit, and then drive the truck underneath it, set it down so that it's at an angle, so that I can get to all the sides of it and paint it. this was a really cool truck. I really like this thing. I just love 12 valves. Big heart for these whole rigs. See, I never touched this thing once I got back with it. You can still see my McDonald's coffee cup and my Love's truck stop drink. So before we actually get to painting it, I want to run the wire through all the conduit from the bottom to the top. For that, we're gonna have to use this fish line, whatever they call it. Hard part is going to be this bend at the bottom of this. After a few tries, I did get the conduit ran from the bottom to the top, sticking out of the top junction hole. And what I'm gonna do now is wipe down the pole with some soapy water, because it's been sitting out here getting all dusty. So I want to get all the crap off of it, dust and dirt and anything like that, nice and clean. So it's all wiped down, and how we're going to paint this is we got some Ace Hardware high gloss indoor outdoor oil-based enamel for metal, only bare, painted, or lightly rusted, which I would consider this exactly that. Hope this turns white. Alright, so I gave all four sides a good 2 coats. I gave this side 3 and it didn't really make a difference. So I just left it at 2. Covered it really good. I don't see any metal through it. Looks nice and solid. I may do a third once it all dries because it's still pretty tacky. But it came out good. I'm liking it a lot. And we're going to get this ring here right now. we're gonna paint it green, but there's no green that I could buy, so I'm gonna have to make it. I don't even know what I'm looking for. I'm just gonna feel for it. See, this is hunter green, but it's too dark for what I want, for what the sign is. I want it just like a little lighter. So I'm gonna just pop the cap open, pour some of that white in there and mix it up, and I don't know, whenever it gets to where I like it, we'll just go ahead and paint it on. This hunter green it's almost like the spikes here. The spikes are maybe even a little darker. Kind of want it to be closer to this, if we can do that. So here's what the color was, and here's what it is now. A lot lighter. Doesn't have to be exact. I'm not going for, you know, has to be undistinguishable from the naked eye, but I just like this shade better. Here we go, fresh new brush. I hate it. Let's do it over. Nah, I'm just kidding. And the reason why I'm brushing it on instead of painting it is for a couple of reasons too. I would have to shave my beard to put on a mask, because then it would be airborne. And if I shave my beard, Emily would be looking for a new husband by the time she came home from work and saw it. And for two, I just don't like that airborne paint. It's just dangerous, you know. I don't like breathing that stuff in. Even I would do it on a car, but not on this. This is not as critical as a car. And two, you'd have to drag some kind of air compressor situation out here. It just complicates things. All right, so I finished painting it, and I actually finished putting the sign together. Actually have the sign put in it, and while it was laying down, at the junction block up here, I wired up the lights. And the kicker for this sign is it gets a custom globe. So the globe is going to shine at night just like the sign itself. So I'm really excited to see what that looks like at night. Alright, so the Amlico sign is officially up. It's painted. It's wired from top to bottom. It's all complete. What a beautiful piece of American history right here. What a gorgeous sign. I just love this graphic. It's just one of my favorites out of any oil and gas company I've ever seen, any 6-footer I've ever seen. This one just says it all. American Liberty Oil Company. It's got America, freedom, oil, and corporations. Big oil. This is what makes the world go round, you know, and just to have a piece of it here standing as like a beacon of freedom is really neat. And I just love it. I love the globe, I love the lights, I love the colors. It came out awesome. And these two pumps on either side I'm selling. These are just here I just staged them here to take pictures, hoping they would sell better, because I've had these pumps for 6 months, and they'll sell, you know, but sometimes the market ebbs and flows. It's the way it goes. So this one's a really cool pump. This one's a Texaco Diesel Chief. This one's all complete. It's got the internals. This one's got really awesome patina. It's got its handle and hose, and it's a good one. It's a good one to set up. And then this one is a National 305. This one's Sinclair branded. This one's got its original pump mechanism. It's got its keys. And what I really like about this one is the handle works. So when you crank it, hear the bell, Really cool. You can still see the stickers from California weights and measures. They have to sticker them every year to keep them in spec when they were operating. You know, they have to check them every year. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's the first video of the new year. Appreciate you guys watching very much. 2024 was an awesome year. I'm hoping 2025 is going to be just as good or better. And it's people like you who watch that keeps us moving, you know. Thank you all for watching and subscribing and commenting. We read all the comments. Very grateful for all of you. And we will see you guys in the next one.